Well, that's butter.
That's butter. I do believe that is butter.
Child height.
Butter.
Yeah, that's butter. It's down. It's butter side down.
Even less tall height?
Oh, it's butter.
Butter.
Less tall outside height.
Butter. What? I'm trying to find the bread right now.
Oh, it's gone. It evaporated, Harry.
Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas.
Okay. Oh, I see it. And it definitely is butter side up.
It's so butter side up. At bridge height?
Bridge height.
Well, there's
It
no
looked
reason.
butter side
Yeah.
down?
It looked butter side down. All right, let's do another one to see.
All right. For science.
For science.
She blinded me with science.
At bridge height.
That looks butter side
That's
up.
butter side up.
From acrobat height.
It became an acrobat itself. Technically not butter side down. No side of the butter is on the ground.
No.
Bummer. From saint height. Oh, saints always do a butter side down. Nice. From young tree height.
Really? What's the point of this? Hi there, and welcome to Etta's Etiquette Corner. For all y'all just joining us, my name is Etta, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Today on the corner, we will be discussing one of the most basic common courtesies. Now, as my regular viewers know, I have a very active social life, and I have been inside many a home. And the absolute disregard that I have seen for this very basic social grace, well, it makes me want to just keel over and die. Now, over time, I have had many talks with my pastor and myself, and I have come to realize that I must rise above and understand that these offenders are merely uneducated and with a little bit of guidance can learn to be decent human beings. Now, with that said, let's venture into one of my least favorite rooms of the household, the bathroom. Gentlemen, I understand that God gave you the gift of standing, but this is unacceptable. You see, when I entered the job, I did not put my hands on this. You did. And I would not have put my hands on this like you did. You are forcing me to put my hands on the filth because at best you are lazy and or inattentive. This has to end. I swear you will not get yourself a good wife behaving like this. And if for some reason some woman has decided there is something redeeming about you, that she can look past this, well, I would like you to put me on pause and go get her so I can have a brief chat with her. Ladies, if your husband leaves the toilet seat up and you do not walk right up to him and say, "No, you will, put that back down," well, then you need to have a serious talk with yourself. No self-respected woman should have to put her hands on a toilet seat. Gentlemen, I'm not asking a lot of you. It's very, very basic. Just move the toilet seat from the upright position to the down when you are done using it. Make that choice. Make the decision to be a better person, to do a little bit for your society and for yourself. That's all. That's all I have to ask. Very simple, very basic, very easy. Everyone can do it. Thank you for joining me. Once again, my name is Etta. You've been in the Etiquette Corner, and you stay polite, America.
Hello, I'm Dr. Glenn Clearwater, and here with me today on Medical Phenomena is Aaron Richards, a man who at 27 is now just experiencing puberty, a bodily change most adolescent males experience between the ages of 9 and 13 and a half. Aaron, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Glenn.
So tell us, what was the first sign that you were experiencing puberty?
Well, for starters, I just started sprouting hair everywhere.
How did you react to that?
Well, I was alarmed. I just assumed that since it hadn't happened by 15, that it was just never going to happen.
Can you tell us what it was like in your younger years?
Well, as you can imagine, being a scrawny teenager with no armpit hair and a really high voice made me a target for teasing amongst my peers. However, I was the best on the swim team. Very aerodynamic. Coaches loved me because I never left to play football.
Did you ever try to jumpstart your puberty?
You would not believe the things I tried. I used to drink a jar of pickle juice every full moon. I would sit in bathtubs filled with ice, and then the next night I would sit in the hottest water I could tolerate. I would rubber band my testicles. I would scrub my face until it was raw, and then I would take mayonnaise and witch's hazel and I'd lather it on just to try to inspire some hair growth. The list goes on.
Why would you do this? Were you feeling inadequate? Were you unable to perform in any way? Were you ostracized by your peers?
All of the above, bruh. It was my dad's only dream to have a son, and there I was, unable to get a girlfriend.
Did that cause tension in the home?
On rare occasions it did. He was worried about my sexuality. But our relationship improved once he discovered my list of tricks to hitting puberty. He was really inspired by the methods being so barbaric.
how are things with him now?
Oh, it couldn't be better. He was the first person I called, actually, to help me get through it.
Were there any changes that were particularly difficult?
Well, I grew about a foot, so none of my clothes fit. My savings account got hit pretty hard because I had to buy a whole new wardrobe. So many tailored suits.
Actually, we have some before and after pictures. It's just astonishing, really.
I have to agree, Glenn. Women actually look at me now, and getting into bars is so much easier.
Are there any other positives to this experience?
Well, my is huge.
And with that, thank you for joining us here on Medical Phenomena.
Oh, hello. And welcome to nature. My name is Mary Beth, and this is Charlie. Charlie's been my friend for quite some time. In fact, all the plants you see around me are my friends. They all have names, genders, parents, and feelings. I look around and I'm scared for my plant family. Scared for these defenseless earth treasures. Every day, I become more aware that mankind has no idea the effect it has on the flora and fauna around it. Picture this. You're standing in a park, enjoying the rays of the sun, when suddenly your ulna is violently snapped into two. What do you do next? Do you stay or do you go to a hospital? Do you try to mend your broken limb? Or do you let agony overtake you, praying for death while everything inside your body cries for mercy? Plants don't have that choice. Plants can't run. When you break the branch of a tree, there's no cast to put on it, no morphine to dull its senses. Come here. Look at this stump. This used to be a strong tree, an apple tree, a giving tree, giving of her apples, giving of her shade, giving of her soul, and finally, giving of her body, for paper or firewood. Have you ever looked closely at the rings of a tree? Thought about the joys it's seen? The sunshine, the rain. This tree probably gave life to millions of other trees. She was a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother. Now look what she's been reduced to. Would we do this to our own? Axe down the elderly for being too old, too sick, being in our way, for not being able to control what lives inside them? No. We wouldn't. If this field were in an independent film, you would call it majestic. Yet we think nothing of the blades of grass we tear from the soil. I am not trying to shame you. Plants do not shame, and neither do I. I am merely saying, before you rip the weeds from the cracks in the pavement, think of the weeds, parents. Think of the life you are ending. Murder is never okay. Not people murder, not animal murder, and not plant murder. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Plants are others too. Plants have feelings too.
Thank you for your patience, Miss Briscoe. My name is Detective Gorin. This is Detective Carisi. That background check just took way longer than we were expecting.
Yeah, detectives, it took more than an hour.
Yes, and I'm sorry about that.
Your best friend was murdered and you don't have an extra hour?
I didn't kill her.
Oh, yeah?
We're not saying you did.
It's just that your fingerprints were all over the crime scene.
It's my house, of course they are.
And if you had a solid alibi, we wouldn't even be here.
I told you, I was at my boyfriend's all night.
Yes, but your cell phone's GPS puts you at home.
I left it there by accident. I even came back and got it.
Yeah, yet you seem to have looked right past your dead best friend in the bathroom.
I didn't go to the bathroom.
Or were you so jealous that she had beat you out of another pageant crown that you decided she deserved a hot roller kit dropped in her bag?
I swear I didn't do that.
After the lights went out, you just picked up your purse and pranced off to your boyfriend.
No, I was at my boyfriend's. I realized I didn't have my phone. I went back, got it, and came back.
We want to believe you. We do. But you have the motive.
And the text messages. Oh my God, you're so pretty, I could kill you.
That was supposed to be a compliment.
So you're saying you weren't jealous?
Of course I was. Elizabeth was beautiful, and she was always ranked higher than me. She got the best prizes. And everyone always talked about how great she was. And I took the back seat. I mean, I am just as talented, and I get half the credit. I didn't kill her, though. I just want to be noticed for once.
So, reading her batons not to like that last show.
It was a prank.
And accidentally ripping her gown?
It was an accident. I didn't kill her.
Sounds like you did everything but.
Okay, hang on. You were tired of sitting on the sidelines.
Yes.
Always feeling like you were in the background.
Yes.
You were waiting for someone to give you the credit.
Yes.
The accommodations, the service awards. Waiting for the day when the captain was going to look at you and say, "You did good, Carisi."
What?
I can understand how that would be tough for you.
Are you kidding me?
What?
You're actually buying this?
What are you talking about?
I can't believe you're sympathizing.
I'm not sympathizing. I'm listening. You should maybe try it.
Excuse me?
Hey, take a breath.
I'm not trying to trick you. I didn't kill her.
Oh, yeah?
We're not saying that you did.
It's just that your fingerprints are all over the crime scene.
Are we doing this again? I told you, it's my house.
And if you had a solid alibi, you wouldn't even be here.
Oh my God, I was at my boyfriend's.
Yeah, but your cell phone's GPS puts you at home.
Are you two messing with me?
Excuse you?
We're just trying to understand.
I was at my boyfriend's. I realized my phone wasn't there. I went back, got it, and left.
And yet you somehow seem to have overlooked your dead best friend in the bathroom.
I didn't go to the bathroom.
Or were you just so jealous she beat you out of another pageant crown?
I wasn't jealous. What did she expect? She was sleeping with my boyfriend.
What?
I want a lawyer.
Hi there. I have been recently informed by my producer Cameron that it is not very feminist of me to spend an entire episode asking things only of the man. He has asked that I share a lesson with the women as well. So, I have prepared a brief speech. Ladies, I understand that God gave you the gift of bearing babies. And I understand that once a month you get slapped down by the hand of Mother Nature. Oh, do I understand that. But there is something that I would like to ask of you. Now, before I begin, I would like to state that I do not touch trash cans. I will wash dishes, I will cook, I will sweep, I will mop, I will iron, but I will not touch a trash can, except for once a month. I have made an agreement with my husband Earl that I will consider taking out the trash, for it is filled primarily with my things. Now, ladies, I would like to ask this of you. Consider during your ladies' days, the hardest days of the month, the days God gave you to really test how much you want offspring. Consider taking out the trash. Our husbands do so much for us already. We might as well do one little thing for them. Now I'm done. You can go.